Hello, everyone. Episode 102 of the Fitness Business Growth Podcast. I'm here with Mitch. How are you, mate?
We're in the same clothes as episode 101.
I know, me too. And 199 match too.
Oh, there you go.
So, if you've listened to us for a while, it is no secret that we are massive Alex Hormozi fans. Really, for a few reasons. Number one, obviously, gym launch, amazing company. Number two, our done for you service was something he did very early on in the day. Number three, I really enjoy his tactical content, not much fluff. And number four, I think most people are ADHD entrepreneurs and they struggle with focus. That's what I struggle with. And he's a constant reminder of do the boring work. Better is better than new, which was our theme for 2024.
Yeah, we've been following him for years and years, like even before we started Fitness Business Consulting when we owned gyms, because he was the gym guy back then. He had
And his best book might be Gym Secrets, which no one's actually read.
Yeah, that was very tactical, if you remember.
Very, very tactical.
So now he's obviously he's changed a lot, and now he's providing a lot of help for people outside of the fitness industry, but a lot of his fundamental lessons remain the same and very applicable to us and to a lot of people. So I think that's what we're going to be talking about today.
So we're talking about Alex Hormozi's 5 emotional stages of the entrepreneurial journey. And I love these 5 because I have been through these 5 stages with almost every business we've ever owned, run, or operated, but almost every idea that we start, right? So the 5 stages are uninformed optimism, 2, informed pessimism, 3, the valley of despair, 4, informed optimism, and 5, success and fulfillment. And we want to relate that back to a gym owner. If you're in one of these stages, what it would look like and what it would feel like. And we encourage you to keep on going.
Simply put, it's the entrepreneurial roller coaster.
100%.
That a lot of people get on and never get off.
Yeah.
Us included.
So we're going to start with number 1. So we're going to uninformed optimism. Now, I am the ultimate version of uninformed optimism. Mitch, I got this new fucking idea. It's going to be so exciting. It's going to make us millions of dollars. We're never going to have to work again. We can move to Dubai and not pay any tax. It's going to be incredible.
Get the calculator out.
Yeah, the spreadsheet math. And every ADHD entrepreneur struggles with uninformed optimism because the grass always looks greener. But the truth is, it's greener where you water it. So uninformed optimism would be for a gym owner. I'm going to open up a new gym. I found the perfect location. I've got this new perfect software. I've just figured out this new Facebook ad. I've got my first ever member. It is the early stages of business when you are most excited, where you haven't been punched in the mouth yet.
It sounds good in theory.
Sounds good in theory.
And you can have everything sound good in theory if you really want it to.
So I've put this through ChatGPT. So it breaks it down into feeling, mindset, reality, and danger. So the feeling of uninformed optimism, excitement, motivation, and confidence. Fuck me, I'm confident. When I'm uninformed, I'm an optimist. The mindset, this is going to be amazing. I'm going to crush it. I fucking hate the word crush it, by the way. Everyone's crushing it. Reality, you don't know yet how hard it's going to be. Ain't that the truth? And the danger, overcommitting without preparation. For example, signing a 5-year lease.
This goes back to what we were just talking about in 101.
Yeah. So uninformed optimism it's exciting. It's new. It's like, and the thing is too, when 1 out of 10 ideas are great. And that feedback loop repeats, and it's a fucking dangerous thing because you're always looking for that feeling again.
I think society rewards people with new ideas. Or so it seems. It's like, people have this great idea and it ends up being this billion-dollar company. So therefore, if you got a great idea, you should pursue it. But you don't hear of the 999 out of the 1,000 ones that had what they thought was a good idea.
You hear about the crypto billionaire. You don't hear about the cryptos that went bankrupt. How Alex explains it exactly is when you quit your job for the first time and you start a new business and it works. So you're rewarded for changing. You're rewarded for doing something new. The uninformed optimism got you out of the job into a new business, but it teaches you the wrong lesson because once you have the new business, you've got to keep trudging forward.
Because then the idea would be if you should change vehicles again and it's going to work again.
Correct.
But it doesn't always play out that way.
Uninformed optimism. It's interesting because I'm definitely number one and you're definitely number two, which is informed pessimism. So this is, I'm going to open up a new gym, going to take that space, 168 Vincent Street, Curry. This is going to be amazing. Mitch, we're going to double the rent. We're going to get more members. We're going to make all this money, go to Thailand. Then, informed pessimism, you got to get a DA. What's a fucking DA?
Let's have a look into that. Oh, you got to do this. You got to get this report. You need an
acoustic report,
parking,
a traffic report,
parking, insurance.
You're going to get Spitfires if the room's longer than 25 meters. What are Spitfires?
So simply put, it's the harsh reality once you start getting the wheels in motion with your new idea or your new venture. And a lot of those harsh realities are things that you didn't even know existed, whether it is something logistical like that, or perhaps it is, you might start marketing, you might start running sessions, you might start doing the thing.
My framework does Facebook ads. I'm going to do Facebook ads. You spend $100, I got nothing.
You make a post about your new business, everyone likes it, everyone comments how excited they are, then you hit them up to join, and they don't write back to you.
So what this looks like, feeling doubt, fear, overwhelm. So you doubt signing the lease, you fear you wasted your money, you're overwhelmed because you got to do the fit out and get members. The mindset.
It's a terrible place to be.
The mindset. This is way harder than I thought. And here's the truth with some cheese on it. Everything's fucking harder than you think. Everything. I've never had a business idea where we've launched it and there's never been a problem. We're going through one at the moment, fucking way harder than I thought. Like it's ruined my week. Put it that way. It's infinitely harder than I thought.
We're getting through it.
We're getting through it though. The reality?
It's just the harsh reality of what it is. That you and I think when you're uninformed and you're optimistic, you only think about just all the goods that come from that. And then when you bring yourself down to reality, it's like, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about those things. I didn't think about that rule. I didn't think about that legislation.
The reality, you started to see the real problems. Client issues, hiring, churn, operations. I'm going to train people. This is going to be great.
Until you get sick.
Hang on, Easy Debit take $2.20 per transaction. Do I got to put that on top of the membership or is that included? What's GST? I'm only over 75. I got to register now. Hang on, it's January. So I already owe 7 months of tax.
My accountants just said, am I putting any money into super? And I should be doing that. I didn't factor that into my equation.
So the economy's growing by 9%, but my business isn't growing. Does that mean I'm going backwards?
I have people that cancel for different reasons altogether.
Hang on, they signed a 12-month contract and they want to get like... So, and we're laughing at it now because we've been through informed this stage.
You get the trainer in who's great at the start, interview well, they have a great first few weeks, and then you get a message saying, hey, I think I need to move on.
Member who we loved lost 20 kilos, trained him, quit day 2. So if you're going to be in business, you're going to get punched in the face. And this is number 3 where shit really gets difficult. The Valley of Despair.
Depression session.
And to be honest, I've been in the Valley of Despair the last 5 days. I've been complaining to Mitch, been complaining to my wife. We're trying to accomplish something pretty wicked. It's pretty cool. And
you've been a real downer.
I have been a real downer. But this is even funnier now. So what this looks like, the feeling, burnout, confusion, hopelessness, mindset, I don't think I can do this. Reality, you're at the lowest point. Results aren't coming fast enough, even despite hard work. Risk, most people quit here. Hormozi's few, this is where winners are made. And those only who push through will see the other side. Now, this is the difference between informed pessimism and the Valley of Despair. Time elapses. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. All the things you learned in informed pessimism suck more now because you've invested money, time, energy, and you might not be any further ahead, which is why you are down in the dumps.
I guess the informed pessimism's probably when you first see these issues coming about, and then when you're in the Valley of Despair, they're all materializing.
100%.
It's when people are cancelling and then you start getting your direct debits, which are less and less and less.
Yeah.
Maybe you've hit the 1 year mark of your business and the lease has gone up by 4%.
Yeah. Or maybe you're not making money and members complain about the fucking air conditioning.
There's things that, like I said, maybe you've started to get a sniff of them in informed pessimism, and then they're all playing out, and you're deep in the Valley of Despair, in the depths of hell.
Yeah. And I'm really proud of ourselves this week because Valley of Despair, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, started to ascend. Today, fucking killed it.
We're on to the next phase.
My favorite part about the first three is this, where it is really fucking dangerous, because this is where most people quit. Then, hey, bro, I got this new thing. You're like, uninformed optimism. Let's do it.
Well, this is actually the case for people who work out as well. Like the
100%.
same lens. Like you have uninformed optimism. I'm going to lose 20 kilos. I'm going to train 5 days a week. I'm not going to eat fast food anymore. I'm going to give up booze. And then the
Informed pessimism. My legs are sore.
my legs are sore. There's
It's harder than I thought.
Your wife's still eating all that food and drinking the booze. Your friends are coming over. You're not able to go out and enjoy yourself anymore. You need to wake up early. And then the valley of despair is you're doing all that hard work and you're just not really seeing the results that you thought you were going to get.
You're losing half a kilo a week and you want to lose 2 kilos a week.
Or you put on some weight some week.
So most people quit in the valley of despair in all goals, whether it's health, wealth, relationships. People quit at this point. When the going gets tough, you leave.
Tough get going.
And in our first location at Curry Curry, we had the best business ever. And then I wanted to get a commercial space because I was so uninformed. I was so optimistic about this amazing
pretty pessimistic
business.
about it all.
Then the informed pessimism kicked in, where we had to get a DA. I didn't know what that was. We had to get a fire door that was 86 centimeters wide for wheelchairs. And I was so mad because I thought we didn't have people with wheelchairs in the business. And then the valley of despair it was like a week before Christmas. It wasn't going through. We weren't going to open. We pre-sold hundreds of people in the memberships. Their debits were starting, but we didn't give up. And I called the local member of parliament, had a frank discussion, and it went through. But if we quit there, Rod.
Thanks, Rod.
Thanks, Rod. So if you're listening to this and you have been uninformed but optimistic, you have been informed and you're pessimistic and you're in the valley of despair, keep on going. Don't stop until there is undeniable evidence. You have been trying for months and months and months, maybe even a year. No one else in the world has been successful running a gym where you are right now. Like, you have to really do your best to get through this part.
I think there's probably a group of stubborn people who just sit in this for a long time and they should have got out.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I think people, like including us in times where we're not like on our pedestal saying we never did it, but this is where when times get tough, a lot of people just choose to opt out or they change vehicle. This might be, again, when they start to say,
I'm going to go online.
Yeah, I'm going to online. I'm going to have a second.
I'm going to get some recovery.
Second location, recovery, Pilates. And they think that this Band-Aid is just going to fix the business. So it can go a few ways at that point.
We're 10 years in business, July 27 this year. And I was in the valley of despair this week. Probably the last 2 weeks. And 2 weeks before that, I was informed pessimism. And 2 weeks before that, I was optimistic. So again, why I love like Alex Hormozi in particular and why I like frameworks is I think when you're doing so many things, it's a quick framework. Okay, I'm here. It's cool. No worries.
It's normal to be.
Let's move on. It's normal. Now, stage 4 is where everything turns around, which was us today.
About an hour ago.
So, number 4 is informed optimism. The feeling, renewed confidence, and cautious hope. I'm cautious hope. But I am also cautious about the future. The mindset, I think this might work after all. The reality, you're starting to see results, patterns and processes that work. Yes, we are. Strength, you now understand the challenges and have real strategies to handle them.
So this might be, this wasn't our experience, but you might have an old member that comes back.
Yeah.
You might have someone that walks past and drops in and says, "Hey, can I join?" You might get a group of people that come to you and say, "I want to do some personal training."
You run a challenge coming up on the 1st of next month and you have 25 people join.
And then you're like,
you discover that you can get email software to email old leads and text old leads.
So where this is different, this is kind of what you thought was going to happen at the very beginning. You thought it was kind of, and maybe that's not like it all happens at once, because sometimes it can just be one person or one thing that kind of gets you out of that valley of despair, and then it gives you cautious hope.
Informed optimism,
Yeah, you get
renewed confidence and cautious hope.
Cautious hope. So it really is just that the fruits of your labor are starting to pay off. And I think the biggest one with that is renewed confidence. Because when you're in the valley of despair, you start second guessing everything. And this goes for any situation, any business, any person, any moment they're in. You start thinking like, am I doing the right thing? Like, should I be doing something else? Like, was I stupid for doing this? Like,
is money even important?
Like I just want to be happy.
I want to be a good dad.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm going to go get a job.
Yeah.
So this is, and we are half joking about us this week, but it's just that moment where you start to see some positive stuff happening, and it gives you that cautious hope and renewed confidence to keep moving.
Yeah. And the fifth one, mate, which is important, success and fulfillment. So the feeling is satisfaction, mastery, and purpose. The mindset, it was worth it. Reality, you're now reaping the rewards, revenue, systems, and maybe freedom. Note, this is not the end. It becomes a new beginning as you level up, as you want to start new ventures.
Then you go back to uninformed optimism.
So visual analogy, think of it like a graph. So starting high with uninformed optimism, dips down through informed pessimism, hits rock bottom at the valley of despair, rises through informed optimism, reaches new heights with success and fulfillment. Why this matters. Hormozi often emphasizes that most people quit in the valley of despair, which is where true resilience, skill building, and grit are tested. He argues that the only way to succeed is to keep going when it's hard and to lean into skill acquisition and execution rather than motivation alone. The frame is, if it's difficult for me, it's going to be difficult for someone else. I'll get through it, and they won't, and that's why I'll fucking win. I fucking love that.
And I like to put the weight loss analogy on it because I think most people can appreciate that one.
Well, let's run through that. I'm going to start a 6-week challenge. I'm going to lose 6 kilos. I'm going to feel great. Life's going to turn around.
I'm going to stop eating food. I'm going to work out every day. This is it.
And dips down through informed pessimism. It's my 4th session of the week. I'm tired. I'm sore. The girls at work want to go out for drinks. I can't go. Hits rock bottom, valley of despair. It's a birthday party on the weekend.
That might even be like when you jump on the scales after a few weeks and you've maybe not lost any weight. You might have even gained a bit of weight.
Yeah. Hits rock bottom, valley of despair.
And for weight loss, like think about how many people in society are in shape and how many people have tried, like just about everyone. This is where people stop. And this is why they never get in shape, because they are in that valley of despair. They've had something where they've just thought, fuck it, I'm done. This is it. But
and then they see 6-week EMS challenge. I'm going to do electro muscle stimulation.
And they start looking for the shortcut. But once if they do push through, and then maybe they jump on the scales in a month's time and they've lost 3 kilos. And then they think, wow, this is informed optimism. If I continue to work hard and stick to the plan, it's going to work.
I might not lose weight as fast as I thought, but I'm going to lose weight.
I'm informed. And then from there, it gets up to, success and fulfillment?
Yep.
And then they get to the end of the challenge. They've lost maybe not the full 6 kilos that they wanted. Maybe it's 4 to 5, but they know, hey, like I've been seeing some good results.
But they also realize their back isn't sore anymore.
I'm really proud of myself. I feel so much better. I feel fitter. I feel healthier. So I'm going to keep doing this. There's
a really nice graph to look at. Emotional state on the left, time at the bottom.
Yeah.
And it's how long can you stay in the valley of despair for? How long can you work without seeing the reward?
Well, that's what I was going to bring up even before I saw that. That's where the time in that, it's not like it's a finite amount of time. It's because I think if people knew, hey, I've got to just persevere for a month, like I'll be okay, but you're uncertain. You don't know how long you're going to be in the valley of despair, whether it's going to be a day, a week, a month, 6 months, a year, and then you start second guessing, like, should I be doing this? Even if I was to do this for a long amount of time, like, am I just fighting a losing battle here? And I truly think in some circumstances people are, but for the vast majority, there is a way out, and you just need to find the right strategy, find the right way to go about it, and stick with it.
So if you're going through it at the moment, you're having a tough time, or you recognize yourself in one of those 5 stages, they're all normal. Just keep chipping away. But again, what we see all the time is exactly what he talks about. I'm going to open a gym. This sucks. I'm going to be an online coach. This sucks. I'm going to be a life coach. This sucks. And that cycle repeats itself. And for us in particular, with our current business, fitness business consulting, and our done for you everything service, like, we have put so much time, effort, and energy into perfecting our product. I put so much time, energy, and perfecting our funnels and everything. Like, how many little things have we put in place? So imagine if we're in the valley of despair, we quit and we just start again. Where do you get a new domain? All the way back at the start, a new website, a new JHL sub account. We had to get new staff. Like, it's fucking torture. And that ultimately leads to burnout.
May as well just stick with it.
Stick with it, guys. All right, thanks for watching. Have a lovely, lovely day.